everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm the lead developer evangelist at Xero. If you're not familiar with Xero, we are a global accounting platform, and we have over 1 million small businesses on our product and over 700 app partners integrated with us. So if you or someone you know is building software for small business or accountants, come find me at a coffee break and we can talk partnerships. So I'd like to start with what is a partner? I think I just told you what Xero's partner looks like by giving you that little description. But I found this definition when I searched the internet, and I thought it was pretty good. I actually highlighted 2 words. Maybe I should have highlighted 3: shared risks and profits. So partnerships are really a two-way street. There's both ways that you can win and your partners can win. In fact, that's how we should structure our partner programs. But partner programs, like ice cream, come in different flavors. A partnership might be an alliance or a channel partnership where you work with your partners to actually resell your product or service to customers. You might have a marketing partnership where you work together with go-to-market and marketing activities to sort of co-market your services. You might have a referral partnership where it's more transactional. Somebody sends you a customer, that customer converts into a paying customer, and the partner gets paid some kind of bounty. And then lastly, the type of partnership we're going to be talking about today is a technology partnership. We are at an API conference. But I want to mention before I dive into this that a technology partnership usually isn't just technology. It's often a combination of those other types of partners. So you might have a technology partnership that has elements of referral or marketing or even a channel where you're selling your partner's partner's software, they're selling yours. But I want to stop before we get too far down the road, because I think, from my perspective, there's 2 very different kinds of APIs that are out there. There are products like Xero or Shopify that has an API that supports that product and its customers. And then there are APIs that actually are the product that you're selling. Those are the Twilios and the SendGrids of the world. So if people don't mind, so I can get to know who you are, can I get a show of hands? How many people out there have a product that has an API? Don't be shy. All right, about half. So how many out there have an API and that's the product you're selling out there to developers and people like that? Okay, so not as many as those in the audience, but that's okay. I tried to structure the talk so that I address both of those types of partner programs because I think they have slightly different benefits and reasons why people might partner with you. So start with your why. If you don't have a partner program or maybe you're reevaluating it, I think it's always good to think about why do you have a partner program? The most obvious reason would be some kind of return on investment, some kind of revenue that you're seeing as a result of your partner program. I think Apple is the classic example. The partners get 30%, they pay Apple 30%, and so Apple is recognizing that revenue, or Shopify has those kinds of partner programs as well. But maybe you can sell more of your product because you're offering a bigger solution. Your product plus these partnerships actually creates a technology stack for your customers. Maybe you lose your customers less. In SaaS, churn is a really big problem. So if your product is stickier because you have a partner program and these integrations, that's actually you're actually earning money by having the lifetime value of your customers extended. But we mustn't forget why partners want to integrate with us or partner with us in some kind of technology and through our APIs. So I think the number one reason should be that a partner working with you makes their customers happier by enhancing their product or enhancing what they're offering to their clients. I think that should be the #1 reason. But they also might want to have some return on investment as well. So your partners might want to earn some kind of revenue. So maybe you could generate that for them. But maybe by integrating with your API, they don't have to reinvent the wheel. Xero's partners don't have to create an accounting engine. Saves them a lot of time and engineering resources and saves them money in the end. Also, a lot of these partner programs that you can create have some sort of marketplace or directory. So your partners can actually win new customers if they are similar to the customers you have that you already are providing services to. And also, if you have an API that you're offering to developers and that's your product, perhaps you give your partners a discount. If they scale up and they bring on lots of clients or they're doing a lot of work with your APIs, you offer them some kind of discount. Or perhaps you give them a referral bonus for bringing clients onto your APIs. But I don't want to miss the other benefits, because I think these are things that are important to highlight in any partner program, because once you get them in the door, you also want to keep giving them other benefits. So like the Matrix, developers want access. They want to unlock things. At Xero, we have an API that is public. Anybody can go and create an account and start accessing our API. But after you do your OAuth and get your token, it only lasts for 30 minutes. For our partners, we enable the capability to refresh those tokens. So it protects our customer data, but it also incentivizes people to partner with Xero. You also unlock the ability to get into a marketplace or into a directory, get that exposure to clients. You also might get early access to APIs or technology, or some kind of VIP support. Recognition, don't underestimate this. Developers love to be recognized as experts. So if you provide certification or training to developers as part of your partner program, and then give them some kind of badging, some way to distinguish themselves from their peers, they find that really valuable. At Xero, we do a Developer of the Year, and we have App Partner of the Month, and these are ways for us to recognize the people in our community. Influence. Developers and partners want to have influence on your product, your APIs, and your programs. So they might want to have access to your roadmap, or even the ability to get things added to your roadmap. There might be a bug in your API. Now, I know that's not true for anyone in this room, but maybe by being a partner, they get their bug fixes prioritized a little bit higher on your roadmap. They can also be a benefit for you. I'll kind of flip this around. This desire for influence in your roadmap, you can flip that around and you can actually survey your partners and get feedback on new products or APIs you want to build and kind of validate those before you actually put in the engineering resources. And they might even want to have input on your partner program, tell you how to actually make it better for them. And then the small perks. I like to call this out just because we might think these aren't important, but you should see the tweets that we get when we send a developer a t-shirt or stickers or some kind of way of acknowledging them. Other partners get invited to maybe a summit, and you fly them out as a perk to come and meet with your engineering team and your product team and give you that feedback directly one-on-one. So that sort of access is a perk as well you can offer. So let's take a look at some partner programs. As part of this talk, I decided I would go and look at 10 different companies and what their partner programs look like, and share sort of what I thought were best practices that are out there in the market. So identifying your audience. I think this might be overlooked, or people may not be aware of this, but being able to communicate in your partner program page who you want to partner with is pretty important. Someone is going to be on the other end of those partner inquiries. So you want to make sure you're attracting self-qualified and the right kind of developers and partners. If you cast a really wide net and say, We want every developer to apply to our partner program. You're going to spend a lot of time communicating to those people and qualifying whether they actually are the right people. So I thought Stripe, MailChimp, and SendGrid did a really nice job of including very precise language about who they want to partner with. And not only does that encourage people, if I'm a plugin developer, that speaks to me and encourages me to partner with Stripe. But if I don't fit that description, maybe it sort of helps me disqualify myself and save Stripe a little bit of time. Now, once you've self-identified, I am a plugin developer, I want to know, what are the benefits? Why would I want to fill out this form and partner with a technology company? So I picked out some of the best ones that I found out there. I think Shopify is probably the gold standard. They've got an amazing marketplace. It's transactional. You're installing apps. And they actually call out on their partner page that in 2016, they paid out $430 million to their partners. If you can get that kind of hard data and share it as a benefit, extremely powerful. They also talk about building your portfolio. So they give you extended trials. They give you the ability to create a development store for your clients as you're developing it. So as a partner, you get access to those things. They have certifications and trainings, access to partner material that allows them to attract new clients as Shopify developers. And they also have priority support and partner-only forums. Now, you might be an API is your product, and you might be wondering, well, I'm not Shopify. I don't have a transactional marketplace like that. So I pulled out SendGrids here because I think they do a really nice job. They talk about offering, basically, you're enhancing your service by offering your clients a robust and reliable email API service. I guess I should change that to Twilio's logo. But I thought their partner program here at SendGrid was great. They also talk about attracting new customers. So they have a directory where they list all their developer partners. So if I have a project and I know I want to use SendGrid, I might go there to find a developer. And then they also talk about having a single console dashboard for managing all your clients. So as a partner, you can go one place and you get a holistic view of all your clients and what they're doing, as well as scalable pricing. So they give you some kind of discount based on the number of clients you bring on board. And these are just some additional companies that share their benefits. MailChimp, they go to their internal teams. They create unique content, webinars, things specifically for their partners, case studies. Twilio, they give you access to early access to some of their APIs, which some developers really crave. I thought Slack was really interesting. Slack actually calls out the fact that Slack customers live in Slack. And by integrating and bringing your product experience into Slack, you're going to create a more compelling experience on behalf of your customers through Slack, which I thought was a very interesting benefit. And Dropbox, I'm not going to make fun of Dropbox because I actually thought that their benefits were creative. They called out world-class API documentation and developer accounts and tutorials. And they basically called out things that we would think are table stakes, but maybe not every developer program has great API documentation and world-class support. So call those things out as benefits for partnering. So the onboarding process. You've hooked them, right? They're sold, they love the benefits, they want to sign up. So let's look at a few forms that people have set up for their partner programs. This is Slack's. I gave them compliments earlier. This is a little bit of a critique. I would say maybe there's a few extra fields here that won't be necessary. Are you actually going to get on the phone call with your partner first thing and call them? Do you really need to know the job title? I think making it as minimal as possible, reducing any friction in allowing people to sign up is important. But also have a few qualifying questions in there so you know before you even respond to this inquiry who this person is and perhaps what the partner opportunity is for your company. Stripe does an interesting thing. When you click to join their program, you actually need to sign in with your Stripe account. Okay, there's pros and cons to that, right? The fact is, now Stripe knows who I am. They've got data on my history with the Stripe platform as a developer. They also can pre-populate my name in there, which is handy. And then they ask some really nice qualifying questions around revenue, what kind of integration you want to build. But take this one and I guess be careful, because someone who maybe is just curious about Stripe's program, who hasn't created an account yet, might see a login form and leave immediately. So based on what kind of program you're building, keep that in mind. And I thought Eventbrite did probably the best job. They had all their benefits, and down at the bottom, 4 fields to tell me who you are and 2 qualifying questions. Very nicely done. They even talk about the different tiers of their program that you can achieve. So I was most impressed with Eventbrite. I didn't know that starting out my research, but I enjoyed that one. So here's the interesting thing. All 10 of these programs had some kind of marketplace, directory, or gallery, some way to showcase their partners. And I think that's really important because showcasing your partners is your way of driving engagement for being part of your program. So I put these tips together for you. Make sure your marketplace is easy to find. Put it off of your main navigation or inside of your product if you can. Make sure it's categorized and searchable. Customers want to be able to find the solutions, and as your offerings and your partnerships grow, it gets harder and harder to find the right solution. Make it visually appealing. I think the easiest way to do that is get some logos from your partners, have it nicely laid out and designed by a designer, of course, and have a call to action, so a button that takes the customer to that partner's page to sign up or to go find more information. At Xero, we actually have a link. We link off from our marketplace to a partner's landing page where they can really sell their opportunity. They can put videos, they can put screenshots, and they can really market their solution to our customers. And we also like to have customer reviews, so it helps us understand, is the partner doing a good job for our customers, as well as customers can evaluate. So here's the really tough question. You've decided you want to start a partner program. Maybe you have one, maybe you don't. Who's going to run it? You need potentially someone to do marketing, someone to do the onboarding and qualifying of new partnerships, someone to build your marketplace and directory, keep those listings up to date. When a new partnership launches, who's going to do the PR, the social media, and developer relations, of course, right? If it's a technical partnership, those partners expect a higher level of engagement from your team and service. So I couldn't get every picture of all the team, but these are from a roadshow we did last year. We went to 8 different cities, and we had regional account managers, marketing people, our developer relations team, an army supporting this effort. But I don't want you to be discouraged by that. Xero's been doing this for close to 10 years, and we didn't start out this way. In fact, we started with one person. The gentleman in the center, Ronan Quirk, started our partner program. Luckily, he had amazing project management skills and really good judgment, and he started small. He didn't start trying to build what we have today. He started out very incrementally and made it a very human experience with our partners, and therefore he learned from them what they wanted and sort of built iteratively over time, and eventually we hired more of the team. It wouldn't have been possible, though, without our CEO being supportive. So I wanted to give you these takeaways from this talk. Get clear on your why. Find those natural allies. Partners are people who have a shared mission. Xero wants to build a platform to help small businesses thrive, and we want partners that have that same mission. They're the ones that have the most success with us. Don't forget to be creative with your benefits. when you put together a partner program, remember, this is a marketing opportunity for you to sell that program. When you build that onboarding process, it needs to be scalable. Where does that form go, and who's going to look at it and qualify those people? If you have a marketplace, which I highly recommend, or some kind of directory, figure out how you're going to drive people into that and get that positive flow going where you're driving success to your partners and they in turn drive success back to you. And most importantly, when you're building your team, I think having executive support is one of the key drivers, because it takes a long time to get that momentum going with your partner program. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in 3 months. It might happen in 3 years. So knowing your why and having that support is going to help you have that runway to grow and learn from your partners and build that program that's successful. And with that, thank you very much.